Hello and welcome to Christian Aid Cymru. We've come to the end of Christian Aid Week, a very different Christian Aid Week to the one we've been used to. And I've got with me today to discuss the success of Christian Aid Week, Cynan Llwyd, the acting head of the Wales team. Very warm welcome to you, Cynan. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Dyfed.
So tell me a little about what you thought were the highlights and the successes of this year's Christian Aid Week.
Well, Christian Aid Week is the highlight of the Christian Aid calendar. You know, it's the week where we all come together to express joyfully our faith and our mission and our partnership between us as a charity and the churches and chapels and individuals who support our work. And this year, it was a very different Christian Aid Week, but it was a successful one, a joyful one, and an inspirational one yet again. Obviously, it was a different Christian Aid Week. We weren't able to meet together for joint services. Coffee mornings had to be cancelled, and even house-to-house collections couldn't be done. But it was a great Christian Aid Week. And one of the great things about Christian Aid Week is seeing how our supporters year after year come together faithfully, see their generosity and see them standing together for our poorest brothers and sisters and worldwide. And this year was like that once again. We had people running marathons. We had a school pupil here in Cardiff running the distance of a marathon. We had churches in Pontypridd writing up a cookbook to raise funds. And we had groups, once they heard that the traditional Christian Aid Week was cancelled, they would straight away start organising online events. Why? Because they wanted to fundraise. They wanted to stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters worldwide. And that was great to see once again this year.
What would you say was the highlight of the week for you?
I've mentioned already, I think, that the highlight every year is seeing the generosity and the faithfulness of our supporters. And we saw that once again. And the highlight was seeing the churches and chapels and individuals responding to the context and the times that we're living in. And that's been great to see since the start of the lockdown, really. Churches and individuals adapting to a new way of life and bringing Christian aid into that adaptation, if you like. You know, not forgetting us, but actually bringing Christian aid in an online digital context into their new ways of being church, living their lives as communities. And that was great to see this year. And the highlight for me personally, especially in Wales, was our Thursday night quiz led by Llwyd of Cynan, Caernarfon, where we saw supporters young and old coming together, enjoying fellowship, enjoying the quiz, and of course raising funds for our work in the context of the coronavirus.
Yes, that was one of my highlights as well, the quiz. I think it raised over £1,000 in the end, which is quite amazing. What about the challenges of this brave new world of doing Christian Aid Week digitally then? What challenges do you think we have to face?
Yeah, well, the challenge was to adapt Christian Aid Week in a very short time span, and credit to our colleagues in England and Scotland and Northern Ireland, all those involved in creating Christian Aid Week. The work they put into changing the Christian Aid Week was quite amazing. But another challenge for us in Wales, I think, was seeing and getting to know which churches and individuals, which supporters operate online, if you like, and which groups would be able to maybe adapt to an online context. And then, of course, the other challenge for us here in Wales is that many of our supporters and churches and chapels and individuals aren't online. You know, they haven't got a Facebook profile, they haven't got a Twitter account, they might not even have an email address. So the challenge is not forgetting about those faithful supporters and trying to bring them with us into this strange new world. But you might have a Facebook account, you might have a Twitter account, you might have an email address that we don't know of. So if you're watching this video and you'd like to keep in touch with us via email or on Facebook or Twitter during these strange times and after these strange times, then please get in touch with us, because we'd love to keep in touch with you during these times.
Yes, we certainly would. So please get in touch with us with your details as soon as you can. So one word to close this short interview then, Cynan. What would you like to say to our supporters around Wales?
Well, simply thank you. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thanks for your generosity once again, your faithfulness once again, and your inspiring work. And know that the work you put in here in Wales touch lives all around the world, our poorest brothers and sisters.
And thank you too, Cynan, for your work. You've led the team for the first time as acting head of Wales this year during Christian Aid Week. Thank you for all your work on our behalf. And thank you all for watching this video today. Every blessing to you. Join us again some other time when we have another interview to share with you. Thank you.